Hello everyone. I just wanted to show you our homeschool planner. I got most of it from printables from Tina's. I'm sorry about the wind. It's really windy up here today again. So anyways, we have this in a binder. The cover is actually not for a homeschool planner, but I really like this one. So I printed it. And then that's the back of it. I will take this apart eventually after we finish it, but just for now, I'm sorry, I am doing this on top of our desk. So, in here I have the failed planned pages, just because I thought that we were going to be doing something and then eventually we decided not to do that, so that's there. This is just the cover. I have a paper here put over here under it because that's where our information is at. So that's just the holiday list, just because we share most of the holidays with the US, so that's okay. I think this is my favorite part of the planner. It's the where you mark the days that you're planning to homeschool, and I already marked all of that we're gonna be doing. I marked everything, even summer, just because my husband's vacations are not on summer. He has vacations on February, but we don't know the day yet. So when we do, I'll just mark it that we didn't have class that day, just like we did in August, because we were supposed to start on the 25th, but we couldn't because there was a storm. And so we did homeschool downstairs, but it wasn't really officially homeschooling, so I marked it as not. So the rest of the days we have been doing it so far, so that's good. Also, I really enjoyed the goals page, so I printed that. I made this schedule. As you can see, I left all of this blank just because I didn't want to do that, because I want to mark it. I want to be able to mark it with Sharpie, and that's what we do. Well, not a Sharpie, a dry erase marker. So that's the times that we supposedly homeschool, but we really don't. We usually just do whatever she feels like, and we're done very early. I thought that we had to do a lot of hours for each class or something, but we don't. It doesn't take as much. I wanted to put in the laws for Puerto Rico, just in case. I want to have that close just so that I know. This is just like a guide that I printed. I wanted that there. This is just the weekly. This is actually updated. This is actually what we're really doing. So we were actually behind on this because the test was supposed to be the 9th and today's the 10th, so I have to correct that because we got left behind. I didn't really plan anything else just because I wasn't sure what was going on. See, my plan was actually to give her one letter per week, but it seems like a little bit of a waste of time since she's already picking it up. I also didn't plan to teach social studies or science much. I was just going to give her just basic, like zoology for science, and just for social studies we were just going to be doing about herself. But she is very curious about the history of the place that we live in, so we decided to put that in. And then she started being very curious about the weather and about the plants and other things, and so that's just what we decided to do. So all of this is actually in blank because I'm just going to be writing down what I do. I'll just do it along the way, just because I don't want to keep planning things and then discovering that it doesn't work for us. I printed this from her site as well, from Tina's. I really like it because I can give her this every month. I have one for each month, and then she already knows the shapes. She already knows the numbers. The letters, that's what we're working on, so I really like that. Okay, I really like this for the field trip. We do one field trip per month. This, I think, holds 2. Yeah, 2. We will only do one though, and just maybe we can do one with the co-op, but that depends on what the activity of that month is. We have a reading log. We haven't been filling it out. She doesn't know how to read, of course. I will be doing reading, but I do, whenever I read something to her, I ask her questions to see if she is actually paying attention. This is more of the same, and I think everything up until, let me see, up until when? Everything keeps being the same until here, which I printed this from Confessions of a Homeschooler. When we're not going to be using it yet, of course, but I really liked it because it's like really nice to keep something like this. So I really like that. And this is just the school supply list that I found because I want to have everything documented just in case. Resource list, I didn't fill this one. I actually did this one. I did it as I go, like what I got, what I didn't find. There were some books that I was interested in, I couldn't find them, so there's another calendar. Just this one isn't marked. I just wanted it to be clean, just something that I can look at. And there's the back, and that is it. It is actually simple, nothing too complicated, because this is our first year and I am not a teacher. We are actually making this up as we go, so I think so far it's working. She is learning. She is young and she's not supposed to be taking tests at this age. They're not really tests, but I do give her a small, it's kind of like a test every week to see if she is actually learning the things that I'm teaching her. And so far she had the A and B test, and now today she's taking A, B, C, and D. That's because that's the 4 letters that we've been at. And she's also doing the numbers. She already knows all the numbers, but just in case, that she tends to write the number 2. She writes it mirrored, and then number 3 she writes it mirrored as well. The other numbers she writes them perfect except the 10, because she writes the 0 first and then the 1, and so we're having a little bit of an issue with that, and so we're practicing that right now. And I just want her to be able to learn all the things, so that's why we test her every week, so that I know if I have to stay back and teach her again something that she didn't really understand at all. So far with science, everything's going great because she is actually understanding about the plants, which is kind of something that she was really enjoying. She wanted to do that. We did a little bit of a letter from Mr. Bloom. He wrote to her that she had to do an assignment for him. She loves Mr. Bloom, so anyways, we will try to keep you up to date with whatever else she does. I am planning on filming a workbox video. Our workboxes are not actually workboxes like they are for other people. We actually use them in a different way just because it works for us better. We don't do the moving the tag from one side to the other. We don't do that. And I don't necessarily put the things that she will do per day. I actually have all the things for that subject for the time being. Like an example for Spanish, we have all of her workbooks and everything that she needs to learn the letters. We have it there. Even though she won't be using it entirely, we have it all there just because it's easier for us to find. And all the other classes, this is the same thing. So every day I carry one of the boxes to her desk and I give it to her, and she can use whatever I tell her that she's going to be using that day, and then we just put the others away. And it's been working wonders for us. It helps us stay organized. We don't have a mess all over the place. I wanted to find the cards just because I thought it was going to be better, but now that I think of it, it won't be better because I have a bunch of things on the work boxes and it would never fit unless I got like the IKEA ones maybe. So we will look into it for next year maybe. But right now we're just focusing on this. So anyways, I'll be showing you that soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. So just subscribe to us so that you can keep up to date on Rainbow's adventures being homeschooled. Bye bye.